Hello, my dear Virgo. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of January 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Capricorn season, so happy birthday all Capricorns out there. And also Merry Christmas to you all and happy holidays for all of you celebrating something else, and also a happy new year. Not all people are celebrating the new year now either, so it's so great with this diversity, but it's hard for me to keep track because I'm from one culture and you might be from a totally different one. Okay, so I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. So it's a little bit dark still. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I have been waiting for an hour to be able to do the reading in daylight, but the daylight doesn't seem to really come. So I'm doing this underneath lamplight instead. And for this reading, I will use Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Virgos, see what's going on with you. Oh, beautiful. Wow. We have the Star card here, 17, and 6 of Chalices, 6 of Cups. So it seems like the Divine is arranging some kind of healing act for you, okay? This is about childhood, it's about past life, past lovers, past friends, past family members, people you are maybe still feeling spiritual connected to. So something is cooking when it comes to that. And we have the 7 planets here, which I have learned in this deck kind of connects to the 7 of Pentacles. So everything is going to happen in divine timing. If you're longing for someone in the past, have patience. Don't get sad if it doesn't, manifest in the pace you want things to manifest. Because everything will happen in the moment when it's most perfect to happen, when it's best for all involved and everyone has learned what they were supposed to learn. Okay, so I call the Divine with love and light. And here we have the Queen of Swords together with 6 of Chalices. So some of you might be dealing with an air sign. This is usually Libra, but can be Aquarius or Gemini as well, and it can also show your energy. You kind of come here with your boat and are about to maybe cut out this 6 of Cups thing. So for some of you, you don't want this old thing back, and you don't understand your heart, why it's aching for something that doesn't seem to be right for you. And with the Star card, that's usually for your soul to know, and for you in your human manifestation to ponder about. Okay, but here I'm feeling the feeling of either it's an air person coming back, or a person that might have been like a little bit more logic than heart-filled, might actually facing their heart here. Or this is Virgo, you have taken on the shape of the Queen of Swords and you don't want this past thing. So it's a choice that people will make. Either maybe letting someone in that was a little bit maybe disconnected from the love that you shared as a family, as friends, as lovers in the past, or it's and you welcome them or you don't. So it's up to you. But this is also about justice that's coming to you from the past. So it's about solving karmic issues. So there's a very beautiful chance that comes when the planet you saw in the Star card is standing in a specific position, and then the chance comes. So it's not often, okay, that this chance comes to be able to solve this kind of karma. You will have other karmas or other situations to deal with, plenty, I guess. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we have the Moon card here with the Queen of Swords. So if you're dealing with an air sign, they are very caught up in their feelings for the moment of the past, the loving past that you might have shared, but also their past lives and traumas and dramas and karmas that they might have been through. And if this is you, you are using the Queen of Swords to go through this with this situation. You're using your sword to get through this with a clear mind and not let it kind of affect you that much. It helps you, it guides you, but it doesn't bring you down. It doesn't bring you into, for example, depression, which might have happened if there was a Queen of Cups and the Moon card. This might be a person being very caught up with these emotions because it's their superpower, so being totally devoured by it. But here, with the Queen of Swords, this is a person probably learning a great deal from this, because the Queen of Swords is very wise, and if they have the right information, they will make the right decision. If they in the past didn't have the right information because they weren't maybe educated enough, or they haven't learned that what they needed to learn, or they were not vibrating on the frequency where they needed to vibrate to get this kind of information. For example, if a person was closed off in the heart chakra, they weren't able to have all the information, so it's kind of forgive them because they don't know what they do, okay? But now they do, okay? I feel that the person has opened their heart and get the information, so now they can make a better decision and maybe heal things from the past. Okay, so I call the 6 elements. Oh, sorry, it's itching in my nose. 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So, I want my dear Virgos to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Oh. So, okay, that's your reading, Virgo. I will just tune in for a few seconds to your energy and the energy of January. Okay, so and the camera is straight. Yes, it's just a card that's is crooked in the picture. So, my dear Virgos, this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. And in the past we have the Magician. The Magician is Mercury, and it's also it's kind of humanity in its very raw form before it has educated itself. So it's when it just found out that it was separated from everything else, like the Fool card, and started to use tools. Okay, it's a very beautiful energy. It's like awakening up, but it's just on that vibration. So we haven't really connected in this situation to God just yet, like reconnected to God just yet. We are so full of the wonders of the world here. So if you are dealing with someone that you felt were a little bit like a cave person mentality, me, myself, and I, what's important to me, what I want to achieve, okay, there is probably the reason to why they were not able to open their heart, because they were preoccupied with this other stage. Okay, the Magician is a very beautiful card when it comes in a reading, but in this case I feel that this is the kind of the issue of the matter, what has been frustrating you. But usually it shows like a situation where you can start to create your own future, whatever you want. You have your free will now. So some of you might have rediscovered this because you have been so in tune with the divine dance and following the flow and following divine guidance. And now it's like you did all this and you were still not rewarded. So what you learned was to get retouch yourself with this old tool, to also look to your own interest, okay, to use your free will. So that's also, it's like all this spirituality also became a little bit, dusty eventually, and you were maybe becoming so very spiritual and the pendulum needs to strike to become a little bit more, using your time on earth to do magical things, to create magic in your own life, not waiting for a soulmate to do this for you, but actually doing it yourself. So this was probably why another person needed to take low vibrating incarnation this time to teach you this, to not forget about your past and your free will and your possibility, like your own possibility to create magic. Okay, to take tools in your hand and do something beautiful with it. Okay, and this is your now, and in the now we have 5 of Cups here. So 5 of Cups is a situation where we are very sad about this. We don't understand why this is so. So we kind of have learned the lesson, is what I'm feeling, that yes, okay, I'm supposed to do this for myself, take care of myself, yada yada, but I'm still not happy. I still feel disconnected or no union. So I still don't understand why some people, and you can fill in the rest. So it's someone has made you very disappointed, but this is another spiritual lesson to learn to not be a victim in a situation, but kind of rise above and see, okay, why might this have happened? What can I learn from this? How can this better my way of thinking or seeing things, or how can this change me into more beauty? So, for example, if you fall in love with people, for example, that doesn't suit you, or always end up on a workplace where you don't have any career options, or whatever is your pattern, this 5 of Cups is signaling to you that don't stay in this situation which you don't like. Use your magic to get yourself out of there, okay? So, and this is your future. And we have a beautiful Page of Pentacles. So this is you honoring you, okay? Back to square one. Before, during the eons of time, the thousands of years that have passed, you kind of acknowledge as a human that I don't have all the tools. I don't know everything, so I trust the divine to guide me and to help me. And you have kind of graduated from that school now, Virgo. You still listen to the divine, but the divine is you. Okay, you are this great spirit guiding you. So that is what you need to tap into and pick up on. This new beautiful energy of knowing thyself. Okay, knowing your own energy and trusting it. Okay, so that's the change from being, okay, I'm just a humble person, I'm so sinful, I have done everything I'm doing is wrong, I can't trust my own instincts, I need to listen, I need to find guidance from the divine because I can clearly not trust myself. But now what you have gone through with retaching to this, your own willpower and free will, you have actually kind of freed your soul in a sense, and you kind of had detached yourself from the authority, the grown-up world. So you have no grown-up to go to anymore with the 5 of Cups. That's what's making you so disappointed, because you just wanted the answer from someone else, and now you need to get them from yourself, and that's tricky. Okay, when you feel abandoned, but you're not abandoned. You have given more responsibility. Okay, you have become more and more grown. And so you need to reconnect to this deepest parts of you. This is the antenna of the Virgo that has the connection to the divine. So you need to trust that, your own instincts, to get you where you are supposed to go. So there's not going to be anyone, holding your hand and leading you to where you are supposed to go. They will still watch you and still, care for you and have your back and catch you when you fall, but it's like you take the first steps on your own, and your parents are letting you go, and you're going from maybe one parent and into the other parent's lap, but a few steps you will have to take on your own. So this is kind of trying your wings a little bit. And this is your past here. So we have the Star card together with the Magician. So this is all divinely calculated that this was supposed to happen. Everything that went down here in the past, everything that you felt and how you felt that you had shortcomings, other people had shortcomings. It was all divinely orchestrated to give birth to this you freeing yourself and getting your own wings, kind of. So you have been working very hard together with other soulmates here on earth to make this happen. So the connection itself is not important, because we are all connected all the time, okay, through the divine. And when you leave this place of separation, you will go back into union. So what's important is what you do with this time in separation, as with your own free will, okay. We're also hurrying back to the union, but and forget about the mission to why we were here. And here we have the 8 of Wands. So it might be that many of you have in this time prophetic dreams, or you are dreaming about things that's actually happening, or if you are just connected with someone, maybe through the divine, like a 5D connection, the things that comes through, you can kind of trust it. You can trust it that this is what you are going through with this person or this group of people. And even if you are not in connection, you can kind of tap into what's going on between you. And it's an 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is a very clear energy. It's like you're becoming a dragon rider. You can deal with this energy from the divine now. You know better how to use this information instead of needing anyone to interpret it for you. You kind of just get it right from the source, clear as day. So it means that your dreams, your hunches, your guesses, your intuition, your feelings is guiding you the right way and giving you kind of the truth, like the truth of the matter at hand today. That might be a different truth tomorrow, the more you discover. So forgive ourselves also, because we don't know always what we do, but we are here with the information exactly that we need to do things in divine timing, to educate ourselves in ways that even the divine don't know the answer to, because you are pioneers. Okay, you are the first one out. We are here to expand the universe and learn things we never knew about before. So that's why you can see all the religious texts not having the same moral, like lower moral than the moral we have today. So people leaning to old texts, they lean to all discoveries, and we always make new discoveries, because universe is expanding, God is expanding, we are expanding, we are learning more as we go. Okay, and this is like a very spiking learning curve for you, and it's easy. It looks very easy, okay? To learn is easy, but the way you learn might be hard, it might hurt. And here we have also the 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands shows you being this pioneer on a victory march and also leading other people. So you're helping with what you are doing now, taking more grown-up attitude, using your free will, not staying in situation that stings just because God put me here and I love these people and I can't let go, okay? Now you just, okay, enough with this shit, I let go, okay? With the 6 of Wands, you are leading other people to do the same, to free themselves. We don't have to stay in the valley of death or agony or pain. We can make this planet to whatever we want, okay? We don't have to continue with stupidity, or we don't have to continue letting people traumatize us. We can free ourselves and also free the masses as we go. So both 8 and 6 of Wands. Some of you might be dealing with Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is also Aquarius energy. But Aquarius together with fire, it shows that like spiritual development. And here we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is For a female in the reading, it's the one, and for masculine in the reading, it's your divine masculinity. But it doesn't really apply always, because a feminine person can be of divine masculine energy. So you need to know this for yourself. But what I'm seeing here is it's kind of, in a romantic reading, it's the one. Okay, if you are interested in boys, this is the one for you. And I'm thinking you are becoming the one. So everything you are attracted to on the outside is things that is already in your soul. Maybe you have been a person like that in an earlier lifetime, and you want to remember who you were. You want to get that memory back. So you're attracted to that person looking in a certain way, for example. Or you are so fascinated with this person's aura, like they are so mysterious and calm and cool. That's just you being attracted by your own soul, like parts of your soul that might be dormant at this time and needs to get ignited and awakened. So it seems very beautiful. And the Emperor is a person that takes no bullshit. It's like, I have already made up my mind. Okay, so you need to like really persuade me if you are to change my mind. So this is you using your free will with very strong force. Okay. Next, here we have the Five of Wands. So the Eight of Wands and Six of Wands energy is very beautiful and light flowing. But when it comes in connection with someone else, for example, a stubborn male authority, or a stubborn female authority, someone that's stubborn, made up their mind, they know they are great, they have already solved all your problems. And when you're meeting up with this person, or you becoming like this and meeting up with other people, there's conflict. Okay, Five of Wands. This is what we see between warrior tribes or warring nations. Okay, Five of Wands. Also cultures clashing together because one has decided that this is how it is, and the other one is, no, this is how it is. And then it's this conflict. But the conflict is very nurturing, because it means two different energies have learned things in very two different ways. Imagine we should meet people from like before Jesus era in Greece today. And they would maybe immediately try to stone us for something that we didn't know we shouldn't do, because we don't have the same culture. Okay, so hopefully we're surviving and we are learning. So this are learning about this culture, and this culture is learning about this culture. And it was kind of what happened when Jesus came down with a new culture. And yeah, it didn't went so well for him. Five of Wands is like a terrific card if you want to have a lot of problems. But this is what's happening when we are pushing the boundaries, when we are going on towards new experience, finding new ways to look at things. So it needs to be some conflict first. Okay, a lot of people dies for their cause. Okay, and they are willing to do so. They don't want to, but we saw with the Spring Revolution, for example, people died for this, for getting free. They didn't get free because there's always someone big-mouthed in the in the like back coming forward and saying, okay, now I take over, because there was a gap which I could fill, because we are still listening too much to authority. Immediately people should have picked that person down as well and say, no, you're just the same stupid shit as the last one. But people just want peace and quiet. So sometimes we need to take this in portions, and maybe it's getting better with time. But however, we are dying sometimes for our cause, and we need to, and we go back to the union. So then we get what we have been longing for. But then we are being sent down as new soldiers again, because we have something, a certain spark, a certain curiosity, a certain mindset that will help people at this exact time. So if you feel that your life is full of problems, this is the reason. Okay, I'm not saying that you're going to be put on the cross and get a spear through your side and things like that. But if you feel that people are not agreeing with you, think of the people came before you with new ideas. Sometimes they had it worse. We have Jesus, we have a lot of different people. Martin Luther King, the Kennedy that wanted to change the American way of having politics. It didn't go so well for Kennedy either. So we have the Magician together with Five of Wands. And so this is a lot of people with a lot of free will and being guided and like being put here for a reason, but it's going to still, it ended in conflict for some reason. Probably maybe Virgo changed their mind, become more stubborn, or someone in your surrounding, maybe a fire sign, changed their mind and became more stubborn. So and it's all for a reason, all for growth. It's not a negative thing, okay? Go with it instead of against it. You don't have to embrace all the new thing that's coming, but you can be curious about it and open about it. Okay, so this is your now, and this is in December. So for some of you, this is happening now. And it's like someone is evolving, but it's leading to conflict because maybe the people around hasn't evolved in the same measure. So you need to lead them and guide them and kind of withstand people being very upset and, pulling their hair because of the things you are saying or how you have changed. They just want back the old you. But here we have the Chariot, so that's not going to happen. We have the Star card above the Chariot, so this is like calculated to happen in your lifetime. The Chariot is very specific because it's like a person that have lived many, many lifetimes and learned to see things from many different ways. And every time he embraces a new culture, his Chariot moves forward a little bit, okay? And it's a new era. Something new, and we see that old ways were so very old, and this new is so new and pristine, but the new will become old eventually when it comes even a new clash, a new culture that's giving this new spice to the journey. And it's about being everything, have been everything. You live as a person that's a little bit conservative. You don't like strangers. You don't like new people coming into your country. And you live that life in that way. And it's hard for people around you to change your mind and say, well, I'm from this other country, but I'm still a nice person. No, I don't believe it. So next life, they are being born as maybe a fugitive, need to run for their life. And they know now how it is to be the stranger. And this is how it goes, and this is how we as a soul is learning, okay? And we take that learning home to God, kind of, and we spice up our own original soul, like the central sun, and make it more luminous, okay? So that's why God loves the person that have gone through hell and back and kind of spilled all the resources when the son comes home to his father and the father loved him more, even though he has lost all his inheritance. So it's because of the experience. The experience. We are here to bleed. We are here to mess things up, to make mistakes, and to learn from this and become, expand our souls. So this is what's happening here. Someone is very determined on expanding their souls, and there's no there's no blockage in the way for this person. They are very determined. I'm feeling it. They are really using their free will. They think that this is so important because they are ignited with this spiritual spark. So it's like a person feeling like John the Ark on the mission from God, but they actually feel God inside of them. That's what I'm feeling. So it's a person can easily become, of course, self-righteous. We have had other messiahs coming and actually meaning like doomsday for the world. We have several examples during the Second World War of people thinking that they were the gift from God and they killed millions. So it can go very different ways, but usually history repeats itself until we learn something from it, and that's karma. And we can see, especially with the poor Jews that have been hurt very much during the Second World War, but look at what they are doing to people right now. So they haven't learned so much from their karma, and this is going to happen again and again and again until it's solved. But here is a person who wants to push through the boundaries and come through their karma and ignite something and see something new. So it's very sparkly is what I'm feeling. It's someone's a little bit pushy there, but it's interesting. It's an interesting energy. I think Jesus was kind of pushy too. People felt he was pushy. Okay, and here we have a Two of Cups together with the Eight of Wands. So here we come back to the love reconciliation. So it's a person wants you to come back to union, or you want them to come back to union. And it's also kind of what Jesus wanted. So I'm feeling the same kind of energy here repeating itself. So that's karma too. We are coming with this new energy, or someone is coming with this new energy to you, and the old energy is just getting pissed off. Okay, so but whatever is happening here, I think that someone might have evolved a lot and is now coming to you with kind of a little bit maybe the same bullshit that they had before, but at least they have love in their heart. Okay, at least they have opened their heart chakra. So that's very beautiful. So even if they can't love in the way that you need love, at least they want to do this, so you can tell them how you need to be loved. We have so many different ways of loving. Some people, they do things for other people. They cook the meal, give them money, drive them everywhere. That's love for them. Other people tell it. And there's so many different ways to show love, through sexuality, through touch, through words, through deeds. A lot of different things. There's 5 different, I don't remember them all right now, but it can be like this, that one person shows their love in one way and the other person can't feel that this is love because they are used to getting love in some other way, or they need love in some other way, and then we just need to communicate. I so appreciate you for taking care of me like this, like physically, but I also need hugs and touches. Okay, so I'm feeling that this person comes with a lot of love, but it might not be enough for you, so you might need to communicate what it is that you need. Or if you are very in love with someone and you want to reach out to them, you might need to learn all about that person and find out what it is that makes them feel loved. If you want to woo them, you need to know how they want to feel loved. Okay, and here we have a Three of Pentacles, so that's cooperation. I'm feeling that it might be 3 different energies in this situation. One still being very stubborn, and 2 other energies that is about to push for the change. So you might be in a family constellation where several of your family members, for example, already have embraced the change, but someone is stuck in the old ways. So I'm feeling a little bit worried, but I see a very beautiful card. So Three of Pentacles is about healing. It's about cooperation. So I'm thinking someone wants to come back and cooperate with you, but again, they might not have the right tools to not piss you off, okay? To not make you like, oh, this old thing, I'm going to strangle you, or get out of here, I don't want to see you again. So maybe you need to be a teacher in this situation. Maybe you can't, it's like in the Mowgli, we have like, of course, a Swedish translation, and in which Bagheera says that if you are going to kill your student and knock them in the head, how are they supposed to learn? Okay, if you knock them over the head. So this is what I'm seeing for Virgo. Maybe you are so angry with this person that you can't even take the patience to educate them. You wanted them already to be evolved, so why aren't they? Well, they aren't, because they haven't done the same journey that you have. They know things that you don't know, and you know things that they don't know. So you need to educate them and have a little bit of patience and say, no, this is not the way you grab my hand. So it's like you broke all the bones in my hand. You're doing a little bit like lighter, okay? And that's how we do it. Take the other hand, because this wasn't broken now. I know this is a lot asked of you, because many people doesn't just get like squeezed hands. It's other things, worse things. But okay. And here we have a Three of Cups. So Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. So it's very beautiful. This is connected to the divine feminine, and also to the Holy Trinity. It should be child, mother, father, child, but of course the female energy has been totally erased from most of world religions, both Islam and Christianity, and other religions too. So in Christianity, the Holy Trinity is other things, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So the divine feminine turned into a Holy Ghost. What's that all about? Yes, okay. So she was surpassed to the divine realms and coming back now. So that's what I'm seeing here, that the divine feminine is coming back, and the divine masculine kind of won't take part of it, but and it might be the divine masculine in a female as well as a male, because it can be a female not knowing how to open their heart, very cold, just want to do their own thing, like the magician here, not caring so much about other people's happiness. We can see that also with females. And here, but they want to learn because they have love in their heart. Some divine spark energy has opened the love in their heart. It makes the life more problematic for them, because now they want something and need something that they didn't care so much for before. So it might make this person, some people might get angry, you need to give this to me, and other people might be getting into depression. I don't see the anger actually, but it's different way to react on this new opened heart kind of thingy. And we have an Eight of Cups here, so I'm feeling either this is Virgo being like approached with this energy that wants to change, and you're so darn tired, you don't want to have this war anymore. I don't want to be hanging on the cross anymore for you. I'm done with that. It was fun once, it's not fun anymore. I have get all the juice I got from that, and now I want to do new things. I want to be with people that actually care for me. I don't want to educate stupid donkeys about things they can't possibly learn about. So you need to maybe have a little bit more hope for other people, okay, and to believe that they can change too in the way that you have changed. But I see that you're very, very fed up with this, and you kind of don't want it. And if you're a cross watcher for Virgo, it might be in the other way, that you are very fed up with the Virgo that's so stubborn and don't want to change. So usually it's the person experiencing the problem, not the person being the problem, that watches tarot readings. Okay. And the problem is kind of the same. It's the same energy, and it's almost the same for all the signs up till now. So it's getting very not so very unique anymore. It's like we're all fighting for the same thing, like going through our heart chakra for spiritual development. And the Five of Chalices here. I think someone has been selfish and kind of made you very disappointed on them. So you might not give them second chances even if they want to. Okay. So, and this is your future. So we have the Seven of Pentacles there. Oh, this is the boring part. Okay. So seven, and this is seven. 7 chariots, 7 and 17, but with 7 planets in the sky. So there's things are going to happen in divine timing. Boring. Things people can't just, change by the, you snap your hands and then they understand things. For you, it might have taken your whole life to get to where you are now with what you have learned. Maybe you knew all this with love and holding the love energy and all that thing, but now you have learned of something else. Having boundaries, being stubborn, saying no. And this took your whole life up till now to learn this. So it will probably take almost at least half of that time for another person to learn the thing you have learned. And maybe they have worked also the whole of their life to do this. So maybe they will, snap learn this. But you need to understand that people learn when they have gotten the right kind of experience from every side. So maybe one person was, all about them beautiful self at the beginning of life, and maybe having a slightly narcissistic tendencies, maybe without the wound. They were just like, I'm the I will do this masculine. Okay, I'm the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, and here he comes. He have a hard time understanding that other people might feel vulnerable, because he doesn't feel vulnerable. Maybe he has lost his heart somewhere, like in some war somewhere, and he understood that if I'm going to be a soldier, I can't have a heart, because the heart is making it problematic for me to be a warrior. And our authorities, our kings, our governments have required us to be warriors. And in the early years of Sweden, say when Sweden was this big kind of superpower, had a big part of Europe and Europe. We had a lot of Europe, and people came home with war injuries, and they were actually they were dissected, and they could find problems with their heart, okay, from being in war and being so long away from their families. And they call this sickness nostalgia, okay, and nostalgia is the Six of Cups card. So I'm thinking you have people that were once maybe 500 years ago, maybe 1,000 years ago, maybe 10,000 years ago, they were suffering from nostalgia, and their heart was broken, probably due to war, is what I'm feeling here. And they kind of cut cords with their heart at that moment when they died in that lifetime, and it was a buried soul part, a lost soul part. And they have gone on very jolly as warriors, as like stupid soldiers, like people that's able to do unbelievable things to other people without, heightening an eyebrow, sorry. And they did so because they lost their heart as a soul part. I saw in the first card that this might have come back. They have reattached themselves, but as long as their heart has been gone is how long they have been uneducated of having a heart. So they don't know how to do with this. Their hands feels too big. They don't know how to show love. They don't know how to speak love. They don't know how to take consideration to another person's feelings. So they need to kind of see it from other people's perspective. So you might need to, leave them in the ditch, and just, even if you love them, you need to cut course with them, because they need to feel in their heart the pain, a crash course in why you need to take care of other people's heart, because they just got their one back, and they don't know how other people have felt, because they haven't got this education, because they didn't feel it. Their heart was gone. It was lost. Okay. So maybe now you need to give them a crash course, smack them on the fingers, mirror their behavior. So this is how it feels when you do me like this. Okay. So this is what happens. Oh, now I did this all wrong. So you need to kind of maybe give them 10 lifetimes in one. So if you feel like, why could we just not be in union? Why can't this person stop being stupid, and we could just love each other and get married and have lots of children and whatever. It's a learning curve. They might need to stuff in 10 lifetimes in one for that to happen. And this is your mission, and this is why you went down. Not to be happy. Earth is can be a happy place if we come to that certain degree of development, but for now it's mostly like hell. Okay, we are being sent here when we have something to learn, or we have something to teach as well, but definitely we have something to learn when we come here. So in other case, we would be ascended masters and sit on our cloud throne somewhere and just live on prana. But we don't. So we are here sweating, and that's because we are kind of in hell, learning as we go to take our beautiful self out of here. And as we do, we enrich the whole central soul. Okay, we make God a better God because of what we learn. So it's not a bad thing. It feels not maybe always that great, but it's a great mission and a great responsibility. And here we have Regina di Coppe. That's Queen of Cups, Queen of Chalices. And she comes underneath the Eight of Wands, Two of Cups. So it might be that you have a beautiful Cancer person in your life with a very beautiful and open heart, or someone's like the divine masculine has opened their feminine side. So it's like a person were only masculine, like I don't remember if it's yang or yin energy right now, because my head gets like potato mush when I'm doing these readings. But okay, so we say that we have the Yang energy here, and it's all black, because for me the Yang energy is black. That's why maybe it's confusing. I have a problem with left and right as well, because from the time I come, the Yang energy was black, or it has become black. I don't know which. I haven't really deep studying that, but it's the darkness. Okay, now it's the dragon. Before it was the feminine, that was the bloodthirsty kind of Kali energy, and now it's the divine masculine has taken over that role. So they are yang and they are black. Okay, there we have it. That's why I was confused. And so they are all this black, but then there comes this little sparkle from the star here, and their heart is open. In the middle center there's a white dot. Okay, it's just this white dot just yet. Eventually it's going to be like the person is going to be whole with having both the Yang and the very bright white yin energy in this case. and this is how a person evolves all the time, taking in their opposite side, and the feminine and the masculine is just one thing. It's so many other different opposites, and it's through the opposites that we can see ourselves. If the world was all white or all black, we wouldn't see squat. Okay, so there need to be contrasts, because in other case we wouldn't learn, and we would be in nothingness again and back to soul. Okay, so I feel that someone has opened their heart, and there's a little beautiful white spark in the middle here of darkness. And yes, and here we have the Temperance card, and this is what we said, this is the yin and yang kind of thingy. And we have it underneath the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles and the Temperance card. So this is someone that is used to be very to already have their shit together, and it's almost like their joints is a little stiff, or their head is a little bit like, well, why do I need to learn something? I'm already perfect. This was at least my presumption of things. And they do so with a smile on their face, I feel. So it's like, what's going on here, is what I'm feeling. So a person is in the beginning, they might do this, like getting closer to their feminine heart, or to this heart opening thing here, because they are curious and they don't know what this is going to mean. Like their whole world is going to turn on end here. Yes, and it's not going to be, it's like getting your soul back. If there's a series I love that's called Supernatural, and the one dude, he's being thrown into hell, spoiler alert, and he's coming back without a soul. So this is what I see. This person has coming back without a soul, and having the soul back would mean that he becomes kind of weaker. He becomes a person that needs to sleep, needs to eat, have a heart. And the soulless one doesn't want this, because their life is already perfect. But the divine wants people to grow and not to stay in status quo, never to change. So the soul is being thrown in, and hell breaks loose again because the soul has been traumatized, and due to what happened once, and it couldn't bear to take the suffering that it was forced to do on others and to themselves. So when it comes back, it will be hurt, of course. And here we have judgment. So that is like all souls needs to be awakened now. Take back your lost soul parts. You can't, prevent this from happening. This is just going to happen. Embrace yourself. Deal with it. You need to be a grown up. Don't whine. If you have pain, deal with it, digest it, because it's all pain. A pain that you couldn't bear at the moment, so you lost your soul. So it's not going to be like a light-hearted, like easy pain. It's going to be tough pain, but it's from another lifetime. It's not happening now, so you just need to digest it and take the knowledge out of it. Okay, so you learn from it and you become a better person from learning it, because the more we learn things like this, the better it is. Our conscious gets like more and more precise. So we're going to know what's bad and what's not bad, because we have learned first-hand experience. And this is something being like brought back to life. So it's almost like the Six of Cups, something all being like on the board again. But this is more. It's not like, oh, I'm longing for that person, it's so nice. This is like this old dead thing is back. Okay, so deal with it. And it's so by divine intervention over people's free will. And that means we are maybe going to a certain place in the universe where this energy just happens. It's like the planet is in the right position and it just happens. It's not someone doing this to you. It's just the energy. It's just opening doors. Like it's and there's another movie. It's very old. It's Disney or DreamWorks. It's Hercules, and then the Destiny girls there, Nornorna in Swedish. I don't know in English, but Norns or something like that. They are saying that when every planet is aligned, the cage will open and the Titans will be back. Okay, and this is your Titan, like your big problem from the past is coming back due to planetary movement. So it's just opening the cage and out comes your broken soul. And it's not a bad thing, because we have the Emperor here, Three of Cups, and the Judgment. So it means that the Divine Masculine will get their heart back. So yes, a slow applaud for that. And here we have the Knight of Chalices. So even if you're sick and tired of this entity, male or female, that didn't care for you before because they didn't have a heart, they're coming back. Okay, they're coming back. You need to deal with this energy. For some of you, these people might have been gone since they are dead. Okay, because we have the Judgment here. So you're going to be smacked with their energy, like of the person that you will never ever forgive, and they don't even live. So it's not about forcing you to forgive them. It's about it's like a forgiving energy coming, and it's like they have been educated now, and they know now what went wrong. Okay, so they just want you to feel better is what I'm feeling. So you can do whatever you want with that. You don't have to forgive someone until you are ready. But when we hold on to grudges, we hold on to that bitter energy. So sometimes we can just understand that it was not personal. It was just this person acting from the energy that they were vibrating with, and if you were born with that same setting, you would have been the same. So if we can have understanding for that and see that it was not personal, it was this person was not evolved be past that, so that was why they were doing this towards you. And maybe then you can release this energy. You don't have to carry it, but forgiveness is coming, like asking for forgiveness is coming here. it's a victory march for the union that you have longed for. So, and yeah, it's up to you here to kind of take it or not. It's a very interesting thing because I don't feel Virgo being happy at all. Okay, okay. I'm going to take cards from the Oracle of the Angels to see what's going on for my dear Virgos here. Oh, so many cards. Well, okay. I take them all. So it's not very, it's not so very long long texts, so I can live with it. Maybe I put them here so you'll be able to see them. Maybe all will not have room, but it's here and now, number 4, Emperor, 2, 26, inner peace, and a door to the infinitive. When the door opens, you will see numbers, series of numbers coming. So you know a door is open and something new will happen, or you learn something new. And then we have positive intention. So this energy is coming with very positive intention, but and it looks like this, but they might not have yet the tools, since their heart has been, you know, on lockdown for a very long time. So I will start with the here and now, and it also looks very planetary, kind of, you know, source. So, okay. You spend a lot of time dwelling on events in your past and worrying about how the future may unfold. This card serves as a reminder that the only moment that counts is now. So return your focus to this present moment and be mindful of letting your thoughts drift away into the past or the future. Be conscious of your thoughts as they create your reality in every now moment. My best practice for being able to stay in the present moment is to feel your body. If you can't feel your body, start with, maybe you can feel some tingling in your fingertips, or you can touch your own lips and feel the tingling there, and start with that energy and let it spread. And every time you caught yourself with excessive thinking, you don't blame yourself, you just, I'm to feel my body now, to clean out the dirt which I put there with my thoughts. Because the thoughts is important, but they have a way of cluttering your aura and your body and making your body think that it's in deep problems because you might think about something horrific and the adrenaline is starting to pump through your body, and it doesn't know that it's not for real. You are the captain of the ship, and if you tell the body it's for real, they believe it's for real. So when you have done that thing to your body, you need to stay with it so it can heal again. I live in the here and now, always conscious of my active presence within the universe and of my work on earth. I choose to live in the present moment. I am assured of what I create with my thoughts, my words, my deeds. I trust, for I know that all comes to me at the right moment when I'm ready, with this divine timing. Okay. And then we have 26, and it's inner peace. Trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be, even if appearance suggests that chaos rules. Sometimes it can be a challenge to remain calm and centered in the midst of conflict. We have conflict there, 5 of Wands. Conflict or stressful situation, but you are guided in these instances to look within. Focus on attaining balance and peace within, and you'll find this will greatly influence your external reality. In time of stress or conflict, I focus on creating a space of calm and balance within. My inner world creates my reality. I ask the universe for help to guide me and enlighten me so that I may master my thoughts and emotions. I'm peaceful. Okay. And then we have this door to the infinitive, and it's 16. Spending time in stillness can help you connect with the infinitive nature of your being, that eternal part of you that is always connected with the divine. Taking time out to be quiet in nature or to practice yoga or meditation will be very beneficial to you over the coming weeks. Inside me is a door to the infinitive. it takes time to go to my heart center and link up with heaven. So this is what needs to happen to these heartless people that got back their heart or woke up their heart. It takes the time to go to my heart center and link up with heaven. In this serene place, I am eternal. Through this inner journey, I am able to see beyond life's challenges and reach the higher levels of my existence. My inner light is my greatest strength and my greatest wealth. So, in this time, many people start to see numbers. This start for me when seeing numbers was in 2004 or 2006. I recall this to a memory, picking up my child on daycare, because I saw this number 222 on all the cars, or not all the cars, but a lot of cars being parked with 222, 222, 222. That's when it started for me, and I have learned now that this was the journey to go through illumination through opening one's heart. And it's not easy, because all the pain and trauma that has been happened to you needs to be digested. So this is what I have been doing since that time, opening my heart. And it was not a beautiful place. I was still a very empathic creature, but my heart was like burned to ashes. So that was what I had to heal. Okay. And it's this time. Before, we might have tried to illuminate ourselves to our head. It wasn't super successful. And now it's coming through the heart. So it's the more feminine way of doing things. 14. Everything that happens to you and everything that comes to you in life is the result of an intention. A seed planted. We have the seed here, the little page of pentacles. A seed planted at some point in the past that is now coming to fruition. Be conscious of the seed you are planting today with your thoughts, energy, and actions to ensure that your dreams and desires can become a reality tomorrow. Is the free will used with the Magician instead of creating 5 of Cups heartbreak? Because now, if you have healed your heart or starting to heal your heart, you will know what the heart is not liking. So you need to not do that to your heart anymore. Even if it costs you your family, your friends, your lovers, if they hurt you like that, you need to ensure your seed, like don't take care of yourself. Yes, remember, we reap what we sow. So this is also what's happening. If we have gone around like soulless creatures, we have a lot to pay for, and it's not a bad thing. It's like, I felt it here with the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Chalices. It's like these AA meetings where you need to go to everyone and ask for forgiveness. So this is what I'm feeling here, with that kind of energy that was reawakened. So either it's someone getting back their soul and going around and saying that they're sorry, or it's energy that's already left this place that's also doing this work together with you. So I'm aware of all that I create around me. I abundantly fill my life with light and love. From all the seeds of light I sow, I will harvest the greatest riches. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll also take hopefully one card from this. It's the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection with Mike Doley. Yeah, okay. Everyone is doing their best. So that's what I told you. They function from the level that they have been created. And some people take a very low vibrating body to help you evolve. So that's a real sacrifice. Okay. It doesn't say anything about their soul. And some people can see like through a person's bullshit and right through their soul, and they will be so fooled because the person is acting from their human perception and in the body that they were born in. So we can be like, but I know your soul and it's lovely, it's beautiful, why are you doing this? I can't understand. But we need to learn to see a person's action and deal with it from that, and that will give us the most education at this moment in time. There are really only two types of people, those you now love and those you will love. Until there's only one type of person, and then we'll probably hit replay, the game of life universe. So there you have the whole meaning of life in concept in a short line, and that's why the more broken down you become in this lifetime, the more experience you will take with you back to the central sun, and it will illuminate our common soul, like us together as a union. We are like Brahman, like the broken mirror in millions and millions of pieces that experience life through reflecting onto others, to ourselves, and seeing ourselves. Okay, so this is the game of life. That's why we're here. So quit the whining and, you know, do the work and be happy, happy, happy that you're here doing this, even if it hurts. Deal with the pain, stay with the pain, and pain won't be such a problem either anymore. You become the parent to yourself, you take care of yourself, and it's through pain we will be illuminated this time, because our illumination goes through the heart, and the heart feels. That's the key with that heart chakra. So master feelings, stay with feelings, and embrace feelings, let feelings be there, start to become a little bit more tolerant to staying with the pain bit by bit, and you will be illuminated. Okay, so my dear Virgos, I want to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and also I want to welcome you back to my February reading that I will perform in middle of January. Okay, the best of care, and bye bye.